You're probably wondering a few things right now, like where am I, who am I, and where am I? Well, to answer all these questions, this is an apocalyptic wasteland with flying tumbleweeds, communists, and Thor. It's just like that one movie, 21 Jump Street. Now, about a year and a half ago, I posted my most popular video to date where I spent 100 days in this scary VR game. So you best believe that when the sequel released, I was so excited to not play it. Not that it's a bad game or anything, quite the opposite. It's so good, and I was fully convinced that the sequel would follow up with just as much horror from the first game. And I was right. Oh my gosh, I was so right. Why do I have to be so right? Into the Race 2 is a gift brought down from the Steam library, and every time I play it, I have to use skills from 10 different game genres smashed into one. I have to have insane FPS accuracy, the survival skills of a kid in a room full of Minecraft YouTubers, and the ability to not get jump scared every 2 seconds. Might I add, I am terrible at all of these. But when I said this game had communists, I wasn't joking. These guys were thrown into a beautiful little mixing pot and scattered randomly throughout the map, and I hate every single one of them. Not because they're communists, of course. I love memes that are no longer relevant. Because even though they have shotguns, they still hit me from 500 meters away with the accuracy of a Turkish Olympian.
Let's find out. I don't.
And the flying tumbleweeds aren't much better. They hide in the grass like little troglodytes until they decide to jump on your face and crush your brain.
Where? Ow.
It's just like that one movie, Superbad. I wanted to record this like action adventure video, kind of like the 100 Days video, but my internet decided to be just as unreliable as using a pickup line in person, so the audio sounds like this the whole time.
Yeah, basically they keep sending people in here to explore the place and hope they don't die. Uh-oh. Basically.
But if you do want a video like that, you know, leave a like and let me know in the comments. And while you're down there, consider subscribing, or don't. The heat death of the universe will happen regardless. But in all seriousness, I did have a lot of fun in this game. There's gonna be a lot of new parts in the map coming up, as well as a story mode, and hopefully we'll see more enemies, so that'll be fun to stream again. Every time I play this game, I have to give my apartment neighbors a notice that they know I'm not actually being brutally murdered by a psychopath, and I'm just having a heart attack because a bunch of pixels decided to become big really fast. Steam Games really went above and beyond with this one, and their work is very much appreciated. Moreover, this game has what we all wanted from the first one, multiplayer. So if any of you, fellow VR YouTubers would like to, I don't know, collab or something, I mean, my mom said it would be okay if your mom said, then of course join my Discord server in the description. I'm gonna stream Into the Radius 2 sometime. I play a lot of games in the server, even ones that aren't VR, so if you're interested in any of that, definitely join. 3, 2, 1.
Join the Discord server.
Join the Discord server.
Join the Discord server, guys.
Love the enthusiasm. Alright, that's... Even though the game is still technically in early access, it still scratches all the parts of my brain that a VR game could. For example, not too long ago, the Attack on Titan VR game dropped, and I had really high hopes, and don't get me wrong, it is a fun game. It reminds me of like those older iPad games where you like collected coins and stuff. Like, yeah, you do get to fight titans, but the majority of the missions are just like getting these floating bags, which is a little weird for an MA rated game. It's still a great game though, I highly recommend it. But Into the Radius is completely different. The first game has this crazy story where you had to follow this statue ghost girl and eventually decide if you had to kill her or not. It was wild, but even without the story, the sequel fills you in with this idea of isolation and hopelessness, which is the same thing that the first one gave. The enemies are ramped up a lot and are definitely a lot harder to defeat, which is nice because you know it won't get boring. With that being said, I cannot wait for the story mode to release, and I'm really curious to how it will work with multiplayer, which again, if any of you VR YouTubers want. One thing that the first game did have were these like Endermen things. They're these tall creepy guys who love to teleport up to you and snap your neck. And you know, if they decide maybe not to put those in the sequel, I wouldn't really be that disappointed, but I am looking forward to the new entities. The new ones I've discovered so far is this weird like electricity box. It's really cool design. I'm interested to know how to kill it, if you can. They also have this little guy that loves to shoot sharp objects in every direction if you get too close. And he also has a big brother who loves to mindlessly wander around and do the same thing. So far, I love the forest part of the map, especially at night. It has this really cool feeling that I enjoy. It kind of reminds me of going hiking in the woods, but with cursed creatures trying to kill you. Speaking of death, the death animations have gotten so much worse. I love them. Instead of turning to living examples of the Unity particle system, they turn off gravity and burn as they float up into the sky. It's terrifying. And speaking of the sky, oh my gosh, the Radius has evolved from this vinyl record to a flying bowling ball. I mean, look at her, she's 3D now. If you are considering buying the game, I highly recommend it, because even in early access, it has a lot of great features. And, Steam Games, if you're watching this and think you want to host another giveaway for free keys, that'd be pretty sick, I think. And just to show you guys how wild this game is, I'm gonna try to describe it to one of my friends and have them guess which game I'm talking about. Welcome back to Guessing Gaming. On today's show, I'll be having Louie Dewey guessing the name of the game that I am thinking of. Louie Dewey, are you ready?
I'm so ready, sir.
Alright, first, you have... this game has tumbleweeds jumping out of tall grass to try to crush your brain.
Wait. Is it Pokemon Puzzle League 2?
As always, I hope you all enjoyed. And if you want to see more videos on In the Race 2, well, you know, there's a button for that. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you all in the next one. What is happening, guys?
We're such a power couple.
The point of the game is to be hot. Well, honey, I'm here.